Hello, this is Brent Porcio, TopVelocity.net, and I want to do this cool little video for you to go over with an article that's really popular on my site. Thought I'd post this on YouTube, give you a chance to learn about it as I walk you through it. It's called the Top 10 Pitching Velocity Workouts. And basically what I first go over in the article here, which is cool, I've got a pic here of Bryce Harper power cleaning. This is something I found on MLB Network. If you don't know, the 3x pitching velocity programs, which are some of the most sought after velocity programs online, using a USA weightlifting approach. I'm USA weightlifting certified, and I'm a big believer in the approach mainly because I used it in my own career to significantly increase my velocity well over 90 miles an hour. And I've done that to hundreds and hundreds of other pitchers who've had similar effects. It's very powerful, but at the same time, it's very unconventional. So it's kind of looked down upon, or there's a lot of poor information out there about it because it's unconventional. So I like to always pull out some big leaguers, or even top level college ball players who adamantly use an Olympic approach, like Bryce Harper. Of course, that's going to be a part of these top 10 pitching velocity workouts, but these are going to be key. And like I said, just like this Olympic approach that we use, the 3x pitching velocity program, is unconventional. These top 10 pitching velocity workouts are going to be unconventional. So don't continue to watch this video if you're expecting to see a conventional list. It's definitely not your conventional list. It's not going to be, weed ball training. It's not going to be just a bunch of med ball throws or tubing work. It's going to be something more effective because it's not the top 10 pitching workouts. It's the top 10 pitching velocity workouts. And there just isn't enough good pitching velocity workouts out there, mainly because, pitching velocity up to, I'd say 20 years ago, maybe even less, 15 years ago, was considered something you either had or you didn't have. We know today that you can develop it, and if you know what you're doing, and if you're willing to work hard, you can significantly develop it to an elite level. So I start off the article here, and I talk about the studies that first of all prove strength training increases pitching velocity. So if you're someone who comes in that old school thought that any type of strength training, any type of weight training has no effect on pitching velocity, you can basically start digging into some studies here, and I just grabbed a handful. Believe me, there's a lot more out there that just kind of give you a basic understanding of how resistance training in pretty much every form you can imagine, from general strength training to tubing to even, of course, weighted balls, it has an effect on enhancing performance, specifically ball speed. So it's really hard to argue the fact that strength training has no effect on pitching velocity when there is countless numbers of studies that say otherwise. All right, so I walk you down here to the list of the top 10 pitching velocity workouts that you would like to learn about. Ultimately, this list should open your eyes. It shouldn't really give you what you need, because what you need is a program, and that's what we do here at TopVelocity.net. We have developed an elite program to taking someone from a low velocity category, a low velocity range, and enhancing you to a high velocity range. We've had a ton of success. There's a ton of testimonials. If you look here on the right here on my SoundCloud, I have tons of testimonials of pitchers that have had this kind of success that you can listen to and learn about in these interviews. So there's more than just a list that you need. You need a program, but at the same time too, you need to understand what this is all about. So that's what this list is going to do for you. So let's start. Number one, 3-position cleans. What is a 3-position clean? It's a 1 rep of 3 different workouts or 3 different exercises. It's going to be, or lifts. It's going to be a power clean, hang clean, or below the knee clean and a hang clean. These are explosive lifts. These are the Olympic lifts, and they're great when they're combined like this. But of course, there's even more advanced ways to use it, and that's what we do with the 3x pitching velocity program. But these lifts, they build maximum power, they build dynamic athletic performance in a 1-second interval. That is critical because the high velocity pitcher moves as much force as possible in a 1-second interval. So it's helping you train, and it's the only lifts in the weight room that can apply resistance, which will enhance fast twitch muscle fiber, even force you to produce more growth in testosterone naturally in your body to make yourself more explosive. So great, just up front, 3 lifts in one: the power clean, the below the knee clean, and the hang clean. Of course, we've got plyometrics as number 2. Those are explosive jumps. Those aren't as effective as Olympic lifting because you can apply the heavy resistance, but in combination with Olympic lifting, they are key to really converting all that heavy resistance training to more field performance movements like jumping, running, or anything like lateral shuffles or whatever. The third one will be the sled. The sled is a drill that I've developed. It's a throwing drill, but it's a workout because it applies resistance. It applies resistance through the throw, through the delivery, which is giving you, or developing you, helping you develop more explosive power. At the same time, too, it can work you biomechanically and teach you some key lessons to the key components of a high velocity pitcher within the workout. Okay, then the number 4 is med ball pitch simulation throws. This is another set of drills that we do that really actually are more biomechanical. So these don't really get into strength. Of course, it is going to address the core, so I guess you could say it is core dominant in these throws, but really functional total body movements that simulate the high velocity delivery, therefore helping you develop the biomechanics of a high velocity pitcher. Med ball rotational throws, that's going to be more specific to strength and conditioning, focusing on the core, and really specific to even bringing in some of the biomechanical moves. So it's just isn't completely void of any pitching specific aspects to the workouts. All right, number 6, strength shoes. Strength shoes are great tools to use to apply to any of your lower body speed and agility work. So if you use strength shoes within your plyometrics, in your lateral drills, counter movement jumps, stuff, anything like that in the speed and agility program, it's going to put more of a load into your Achilles, into the calf, which is critical for the high velocity pitcher to generating ground reaction forces. That is peak forces in the front foot, which can be converted up the kinetic chain into the load in the arm and ball speed. So that's a cool little secret that we use in our programs. We bring in the strength shoes to really kind of take our plyometrics, our anaerobic conditioning to the next level. Number 7, heavy load Russian twists. We're getting into a lot of rotational forces when we get into components of the high velocity pitcher like hip to shoulder separation. So having the ability to handle a lot of torque in your core is going to help you convert a lot of ball speed, a lot of energy up the kinetic chain. So heavy load Russian twists, another great exercise for pitching velocity. Baseball to football, or football external to internal speed throws. Basically using a baseball and football. Football is great to teach pronation, to help with pronation, and working into external and internal rotation, and trying to generate as much arm speed as you can. That's a great way to work on the end of the kinetic chain, to work on the arm movement, an efficient arm movement, and also training the shoulder to handle the torque, the elbow to handle the torque. Number 9, Pavel squats. These are one-legged squats that I have in a video here that you can watch on this page here at topvelocity.net on the top 10 pitching velocity workouts. And it basically is a one-legged squat that forces you to really develop a lot of not just leg strength, but stability strength in the joints to be able to perform the exercise of the workout. Number 10, mind over matter visualization. Kind of a cool workout that doesn't really involve the physical training. It's you focusing or doing mental training of you performing perfect pitching mechanics. And it's something that we use in our in-season programs that helps us really refine and pull together the efficient timing of the high velocity pitcher. And really, once you learn the moves, the challenge is perfecting the timing to be able to put it all together and really not only be effective on the mound, being consistent on the mound, but being able to generate high ball speed and perform at a high level. So that's pretty much it. I go into some additional articles here to helping you with your pitching velocity. But that's our list of the top 10 pitching velocity workouts. I hope that helped. Thanks for watching the video. And if you like more videos like this, subscribe to my page here at YouTube or my channel at YouTube, or head on over to topvelocity.net.